since we want to go to the Jade Chamber, heading to its... Let's look around. There has to be a way up there nearby. Since this is the right place, it must have something to do with the Jade Chamber. Yes, this must...
There's still a long road ahead.
Takes us up to here. Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we'd be able to reach the top in one go. Huh? Why? Or... Oh, Paimon gets it. If it was this... Alright, let's follow... Oh, hang on a moment. Looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong Ballista. Paimon has a new idea. Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista? No. Oh, that's right. Now that you mention it, we could use...
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Exactly. What are you We're invited guests. What makes you think you can No. Wait. Maybe she pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a Millelith ambush here to arrest... Now Paimon's...
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean?
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders.
Well, here they come. Don't blink! Incoming! Speed of light!
Two arms! Attack!
Jumpy Dumpty Go!
Who goes there? Take the target alive!
Boing, boing! Don't blink!
Stop! What's all this about?
Lady Keqing, these two strange people suddenly appeared. They seem to have...
Who are you calling strange?
You want to go to the Jade Chamber? Who are you?
We're invited guests here to look for the Liyue Qixing. Who are you?
Well, as it happens, I am one of the Liyue Qixing.
Oh,
I'm Keqing, the Yuheng of the Qixing. I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes?
wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some...
The Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair. And yet, it was fixed in a These Millelith are just here to guard the scene, not to arrest anyone.
So this was all a misunderstanding?
Anyway, for a mortal to be able to...
That was... Eh? Oh, right. So, Lady...
Just call me Keqing. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance. Or
We're not taking sides. We spoke with the Adepti. They...
when you say protect, you're referring to their sanctimony.
Huh?
You are mortals and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have regarded you as someone with the ability to assassinate a god. Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the assassin to be pointless work. I'll say it like it is. They're under-
Well, you've got a point there. Still, this is the first time Paimon's seen...
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to mortals that has caused them to delay in moving against us, Qixing? Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. This skepticism is my... Either way, I will admit that the actions of the Adepti this... Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. But to think that they would call for a council... How surprisingly civilized of them. Well, for Ningguang, she would talk anything and everything out if she could. The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then...
Another super bold statement.
I'll stop here. Honestly, I hadn't intended to say so much. But you're a good listener, traveler. You should both be off to the Jade Chamber. Don't be late now. The cream of Liyue's mercantile crop all see ascending to the Jade Chamber as the greatest honor. Each...
Favor? But, wait, that's right. Greeting gifts are a staple of Liyue's culture.
All right. You can decide on your greeting gift yourselves. You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng. Go back to Liyue Harbor. Find a guide at the Yuehai Pavilion, and... Well then. May we meet again, traveler.
Well, that Yuheng may not respect the gods, but Paimon thinks she's a pretty cool person. So, what should we give to Ningguang? Oh, right! Paimon dreamed of an amazing... Paimon has a feeling that it would be perfect. Why don't we go with that for a gift? Nope! But Paimon's sure that we just need to make it with some boom shakalaka. Let's go gather ingredients. Time waits for no one, and now... Ooh, look at that slime! It looks crystal clear! And very delicious! That's the one!
Incoming!
Did you hear that? It seemed like it came... Uh-oh. It looked... Jumpy Dumpty! Don't blink! La la la!
You're open!
Don't blink!
Thank you for your help, kind travelers. If you hadn't come to my aid, I surely would have rotted in this cell.
Aw, it was nothing.
I understand. Don't say that. I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing Jewelry. I never expected that those treasure hoarders... Is there anything that you lack? Antiques, treasure, very...
Wait a moment. Actually, we are...
Oh? And what might...
Do you have a box that can store presents? We'd like...
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift boxes? Now just give me a moment, and I'll let the boss know.
Great! Paimon Sugar... Let's dance.
Jewelry's out of stock, but we have some new items.
Hey there! A guy called Meng Dan told us that we could get a nice and shiny box from your store.
Uncle Meng already told me about it. Thank you both for saving him. Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Meng. If anything were to happen to him, it would be impossible for us to continue doing business. Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least 140 years of history. It's all...
Yep. It's great! Hang on a moment. Could we borrow one other thing?
Sure, please help yourselves, as long as it's on our shelves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should be able to make a great... It's done! The one and only sugar-frosted slime! Carefully now. Into the box it goes and...
Oh, yes. You might want to use these 2 freshly picked flowers as decorations, too.
Woohoo! It looks beautiful! Great! Now that we've put all that we've got into this box, let's go to the Jade Chamber to see Ningguang. Incoming! Hey! According to Kuching, this is what we... Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Yes. How many would you like?
It's not convenient to speak of numbers here.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Yes, speaking of which, are you two the...
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuheng. What's going on here?
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Jueyun Karst.
It's Ningguang. Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a gift. I hope you like it.
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my guests.
Oh no, it's nothing.
I'm glad you like it too. This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared no effort in hiring the best craftsmen to constantly extend it. At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon in the skies above Liyue. One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations. Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, who spoke highly of you. As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Wait, was Vergoldet one of your people?
Just Vergoldet? Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours. At the Guizhang Ballista, yes?
You weren't peeking on...
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this altitude. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. It would be natural to take an interest. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. The reason I invited you here was to clear up some misunderstandings. I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was shed, and many lives were lost. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Teyvat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus began the era of the 7. You can see Guiyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the war. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue, but the Order of the 7 will not collapse simply because of that. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and Adepti will surely be different from before. Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of lacking the foresight to see the certain repercussions? That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. You were there, you no doubt saw. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the Exuvia was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back, to play the spider while our foes scurry about.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, Traveler?
Huh? What are you two talking about?
Well answered.
Huh?
The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong. Our preparations to receive guests within are complete. So please, this way.
I need a more physically demanding.
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you wish.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes first.
Ooh! Isn't this that legendary wall?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall. It's super famous.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets. But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, Traveler? You're rather special, really, and I think you're quite aware of that. If possible, I'd like to have your trust. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Keqing... You'd pick Keqing? Nah, I had a feeling. I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scenes. But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been dispelled. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of our usurpation of power. Indeed. It seems that you understood what I meant to say from the very beginning. I called for the gag order and for the Exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, one responsible for Liyue, I cannot be too concerned with appearances when opposing them. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control of Liyue's administration.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for the rite so they could use us for their own ends. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say one other thing?
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return.
It's all right. I like direct people. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can pick any one object here as you please, and you may take it with you.
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you see. What should we get? One of the sheets on that wall. Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of... Just imagine how much... Let's grab one! The biggest one! Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. Let's go with that one. La 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 la. Let's see what's written on it. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, good. Sigil of permission, something, something, Fatui, research, copy. Huh? Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure at all. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of classified Fatui. Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of mischief but research on the Sigil of Permission? Paimon wonders what they're... Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of Permission. Seems there's still more for us to find out. Oh, well, should we not go then? Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang that we should confirm the truth of what she's... That's way out of Paimon's... Anyway, we'll see if you're onto something. Before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on these... information written down on this piece of paper. And they look really mad at us, too.
Don't blink!
This quickly!
With sword comes shadow.
Sparks! Wow!
Let's end this quickly! Cover!
Incoming! Hit! Hit!
La 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 la.
Use this first. This is trouble. Let's end this
Don't blink!
quickly!
Hit!
Boing, boing, boom! Da, da, da.
This time.
I'll protect us. Jumpy, dumpy, go!
I guess this is it.
Let's dance. There are so many talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper, too. What if Paimon seen this pack? Oh, Paimon knows! It looks just like the sigil of... But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hands of someone like... Oh, that's right! Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the Sigil of Permission, talismans like that were once used in the Ark. Maybe the Fatui are copying the Sigil of Permission in hopes of achieving being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, that sounds pretty dangerous. And the plot thickens. Alright, that's enough sticking around here. We gotta go meet up with the last stop on our rite of parting preparations tour is Dihua Marsh. Let's go! Paimon hates being late.
Maybe I wasn't meant for this world.
This one's well done.
I'll protect us.
Roasted fry. An unfortunate fall.
Speed up!
Incoming! Hey!
Cook this through.
Boing, boing, boom!
Speed of light!
La la la! Jumpy Dumpty go!
Don't blink!
Right on time. Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade?
It was so big and pretty and expensive. Paimon's never...
Indeed. It's second to none in all. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust?
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon thinks she's very friendly. Yeah, his take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. He thinks that even the...
Oh. So you also met with Keqing then?
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed. If...
No respect for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What?
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after...
That is how the Fatui have always been. No matter what they may be planning, you must be...
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting in Dihua Marsh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is.
Glaze lilies. Well, why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in Yujing Terrace have some? Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always...
No. Those lilies have all been gardened by people. Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of before the Archon War. Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, we must grind up... But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. No, I need you to sing to them.
So how good is your singing? Really? Why doesn't...
We'll only know once he starts singing.
It's time to sing, whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand Cantilever? Da da da. Don't blink. Woo! La la la. Boing boing boom! Speed of light. Hey! Don't blink. Speed of light. Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. Strange. These petals look interesting. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to...
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be...
Unfortunately...
That's so lame.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey! It's... What's-her-face?
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah, that reminds me.
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope. We found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Huh. Something seems a little off about... She's acting different from the first...
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just...
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block...
Oh, sorry.
No, it's quite all right. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7. The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago. Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. He is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago.
So what do you think of this?
Huh? This is a little sudden. As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue, but as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has passed, the time of Liyue's contract with the gods and Adepti has now reached its end.
Huh? Did you just say, as an Adeptus?
Yes, I am a mix of human and Qilin. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue during the Archon War. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this very day. Well, let's save that conversation for another day. You say that you are here looking for glaze lilies? I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked one myself.
We dare not refuse it.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the...
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well.
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too. Thanks, Ganyu.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, if you would excuse me, I should return to my work now. Good luck.
And that just about does it. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business in Liyue.
I've had enough ventures in my life. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small... So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself.
Wow. See? Zhongli-san. All right, I think it's about time we...
Ah, you're the consultant to Wengsheng Funeral Parlor. The Millelith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally up.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hidden in...
It seems inevitable.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo Archon. If the two sides come to blow...
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the...
Their boneheadedness is known throughout...
And what now?
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millelith must rein in the actions of the Fatui. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, We've heard that the Wangsheng funeral parlor has also been caught up in all of this.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng funeral parlor. I hope that Master consider your next course of action carefully, traveler. If you're trying to prevent an
Having connections with the Fatui seems to be so what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city turned upside down, it's definitely him. He must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching but where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this? The Golden House? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside? This is where all of Teyvat's Mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few Mora go missing. Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here. But even if we can't take any, we can still have a closer look, right? Or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. It's like a dream come true. Oh, right. Back to business. It's quiet. Too quiet. Surely someone's gotta be guarding something as important as... Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Paimon smells trouble. Quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right!
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location, don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort? Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia. The Qixing are really pulling out all the stops this time.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, It's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. But I'm willing to do as the Tsaritsa deems fit. Either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure, and one that I am oh so delighted to be sharing with you. The battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences of her actions. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a Harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. I'll just play along, to feel the thrill of battle. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway. Fighting talk, I love it! Now let's see you live up to it. This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
Speed of pace!
How unbecoming. Not bad, not bad. Not bad.
Let the show
You've got
begin.
Haha, good. No wonder Signora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger. All you do is run.
Let's dance.
Something else catch your eye?
Lucky that time.
Right.
Don't blink. Boing, boing, boom! Speed of light.
Has your luck run out? You've got some skills. This.
Ready, steady, go! La la la.
Gotcha. Break. I'll crush you.
Da, da, da. I'll protect us.
Got you. This.
That lucky
Raging tide.
Cut to the chase.
I'll crush you.
Don't blink. Hey!
No use hiding back there.
Incoming.
Gotcha. Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing it to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now! Huh? I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
This is going to cost you! You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now! Don't make me take it from you!
We didn't take it! Boing, boing, boom! Don't blink! Hey! Boing, boing! La la la! I'll protect us. Incoming! With sword comes shadow. Speed! Blazing delight! Speed of light.
Die.
Hey! Woo! Boing, boing, boom! Pew! Incoming! Hey! Speed of light! La 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 la. Let the show begin. La la la. Boing, boing, boom! Don't blink! Speed of light! Oh, how to... Oh, that down.
Disappear!
Some you win, and some you lose.
Look! Child's back to normal again.
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have... This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable converse. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion.
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts. As such, we must now look to our
backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept. The truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. I seldom willingly involve myself with the weak. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables sometime.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone forest.
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Mor. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by...
Simple. I've already...